we did get some great feedback. So let's talk about it. So proud of you guys this week. We had a lot of ladies and gentlemen with lots of successes. So way to rock there. Turn off these slow jams for a sec. All right, perfect. Let me just pull up TrueCoach for a second here. So just 1 minute. I'm right here. So guys, as you saw in your workouts from yesterday, I made a little update. So what we had been doing, there goes Joe, what we had been doing for our feedback was through jot form, but instead what I thought would be a great idea was I put it into the actual workouts instead. So now on Thursdays, at the end of your workouts, you're going to see 3 questions, the same ones that I have been sending, but now if you do your Thursday workout, you're going to see them, and that is part of the workout, so you have to fill them out. So we're going to get into our first question, speaking of which. So let's see. Okay, actually, no, one thing before our first question here. Okay, so before the first question, so I modified today, and I just kind of wanted to do that to, 1, because I wasn't feeling great, and 2, to prove a point. So one thing that has come up for everyone, I'm sure, at some point is you wake up, and for me this week, I just didn't sleep that much, my own fault, so I'm just under-recovered, had like, yeah, I teach like 14, 15 classes, so my body was just like, you need to chill for a second, not in the sense of laziness, but you can just kind of feel when you're like, man, like I'm not feeling like 100%. So when you're feeling that type of way, definitely try the workout. So sometimes you'll feel better after. I feel a million times better than before, but just opt for those low impact options. So if you're ever not feeling good, there is no harm in that. Like your body, it has ups and downs as always, coaches included. So just opt for the lower impact, and like that was still super tough. So as long as you're not like sick, which I'm not, I just know I didn't have a great sleep for most of the week. So yeah, just a little caveat on that. And part of me as the coach is like, I'm like, no, I should be doing the advanced version, but like I'm leading by example and showing you that you don't need to do that. So I just wanted to put that out there. So I thought that was a nice little example for you guys. But getting into our first little submission here. So I'm just going to read it. So this person, they have been on the program for just about 3 weeks now, and she is down 4 pounds. So first of all, congratulations. That just shows that consistency is paying off. Needs help with meal prepping for lunch and dinner, and then help with food more or less. Living with someone who isn't taking my workout seriously. So this is definitely something. So the first thing is all under your TrueCoach accounts, whether you have more of the standard plan or of course my premium people who are doing the custom nutrition, you guys have a little bit more resources in there, but go under your TrueCoach tabs, go to your account, and then go to the documents tab. Is going to be under there. I've provided some resources, what you should eat and what you should drink, and a couple other things on how to clean up your kitchen, as well as a grocery list. So all members have access to that. However, the nutrition people, you also have a separate nutrition tab that's going to have like all your custom stuff. But everyone, if you go to the documents tab, that's going to help with lots and lots of food resources. So regardless of what plan you're on, definitely take a look at those documents. They're in there for a reason. But more importantly, going into the part about living with someone, significant other who has unhealthy habits, brings home junk food, is like, oh, your workouts are silly, like that is like definitely a huge thing to deal with. And of course, I'm sure you guys have a great relationship and are very loving, but I think a lot of times what happens is you live with someone and you both start to take on the same pattern. So if someone's like a workout, freak like myself, and you start to date them, then like you're probably gonna end up working out too. That's just gonna happen. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, if someone, you guys are just used to watching TV, having food, hanging in, like just, just eating whatever, that's going to be a very drastic change when you make the change if they're not ready to make that change for you. So kind of two suggestions there. Definitely like, and I'm not a relationship coach, but definitely open communication is like key. So definitely say like, hey, you know, as you know, I'm not loving the way I'm looking or feeling and really want to take control of my health. You know, doing this for us, for our relationship. I want to be happy and healthy and like live a long life with you, whatever that might be. And just say how serious you are about it, because at the end of the day, like your partner should care about your health. Like they want the best for you. And if you're putting in that effort to, first of all, this is really hard to like do this, as you guys know. And if you're going to put in that effort, like they need to be supportive. And regardless, even if they're not quite ready to make the same food choices, they still need to be like on your side. So if they're still going to have, you know, their junk and stuff, not kind of like taunting you with it, kind of like just trying to like hide it, like maybe put it in the top cabinet where you can't see that stuff. Because if they're bringing home junk and you're already dealing with the self-control on yourself and someone's like, oh, I just brought us home like, you know, dessert or whatever, that's not helping. So just ask them to be a little bit more mindful of their purchases, or at least if they're going to still continue to eat differently or they're not ready to work out yet, that's if that's their decision, but they still need to separate that from your decision. And yeah, just be in support of your health. So definitely have that talk, the more open about it, and just say how hard you've been working and how important it is to you. And I'm sure they will realize that you are taking it seriously and you are going to continue to lose that weight. So let me know if you need help with that. But yeah, definitely you want the people that you're living with on your side and in your corner, whether or not they're in the same place, the same headspace as you are. So going into the next person here, another, just you ladies are just doing so well. So this person said, actually kind of along the same page, biggest challenge is working out without distractions. I want to return to my 5 a.m. workouts when everyone is asleep. So same thing, like we're all living at home with however many people you're living with for the last 6 months. Luckily, I'm just living with Joe. So like he sometimes messes with my workouts too, but definitely again, like telling whether that's like your kids or your husband, like, hey, you know, this is mom's time to work out. Like it's 3 o'clock. This is my time. I'm gonna be outside. So just like, if like, don't interrupt me. You know, whether you have space at home and whatnot, but just kind of giving everyone a heads up, like, I'm not indulging in cake. Please don't offer me cake. I'm working out at this time. Try to be mindful and respectful of my time. And then she actually suggested an alternative. Everyone's asleep at 5 a.m. So she's going to try to wake up earlier. So another thing is just trying to find times or find situations that if you know your spouse gets home at 6 o'clock and they're going to be like crazy and all over the place, like don't start your workout at 6 because that's just going to be bad timing. Try to do it at 5 or maybe a little later at 7, like after you've kind of like caught up for the day. Next piece of this, she had a toe injury happening and we're back to our regular activities. So just another little perk there. This person is on the more premium program, so we were able to customize the workout. She did all upper last week, which is a fabulous adjustment. And if you're on the more standard plan and you have something going on, you can kind of self-adjust, like you're like, my knee hurts today, or hopefully it doesn't. But if you have anything like that, definitely the schedule is flexible, so always feel free to shift the days around. More of a template that I designed it so that ideally you follow that schedule, but life happens, so shift it if you need to. And then she also lost 4 pounds, which is fantastic. And she said, we're gonna keep going, feeling good, tracking, not having any cravings, which is amazing, getting there step by step. Thanks for holding me accountable, creating a plan, and motivating me. You're welcome. My pleasure, ladies. So last one here. Oh my goodness, another lady just freaking crushing it. Boss babes. Okay. And bros, all you guys are rock stars. So biggest win was continuing to be consistent with the workouts, eating Whole30. Weighed myself at 136 and they were 145 at the beginning of the month. Okay, let's go. Still having trouble with the 5 rounds, especially on leg day. That's still challenging. That's good though, because that means you have to push. So I'm actually glad that it's still challenging. just keep pushing. And like I said, if you need to opt for the low impact options and other alternatives, keep going. And she actually asked the same question, was wondering if we could switch up the upper and the lower body days. Monday and Wednesday be upper and Tuesday, Thursday lower. Absolutely. Just do that on your own. And then Monday, just do Tuesday's workout, flip flop. Totally fine. So very flexible there, and just complete the workout on a different day. All good. So amazing job, everyone. Just like so impressed with you guys. And I would say the two biggest takeaways from today's workout as well as today's Q&A. Number one, the people around you in your life, your spouse, your kids, your friends, need to be on board with you and supportive of your journey. They don't need to be all in. Like, I understand some people aren't ready to like make that commitment that you've decided to make for yourself, but hopefully you can encourage them to do that and kind of inspire them, leading by example. As you know, taking that first step is definitely the hardest thing to do. And then maybe once they see your success and how you're feeling, you can introduce them and have them train with you. So would love that. And the second piece is definitely if you're not feeling great, or if you're like, I just wanted to switch upper and lower, switch the schedule. It's flexible. So do that, guys. Amazing job. I will see you here next week. And just thank you so much. Continue to crush it and let me know if you need anything. Have a great weekend, guys.